Hey everybody, come on up. It's Porch, Settin Sunday. And today I want to talk about my mother-in-law. If you had a good mother-in-law, then leave it in the comments below. Get yourself something to drink, water, coffee, tea, wine, whatever you drink on your Porch Settin days. Let me show you the mountains. They're changing slightly, a little bit. Look out through there, how beautiful the trees and everything are. Let me show you how everything looks, how beautiful they're getting. This morning there was like a haze over the mountain, and it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. There's a nice breeze blowing. Out there's the yard. We've got a bird right there, and I won't let my husband, I won't let him tear the nest out. And there's still birdies in it. Isn't it strange this time of year? See how the leaves are changing there? Isn't that strange this time of year that there's birds in the nest? I mean, not baby ones, but there's birds coming in and out. So let's get to telling a story. When I first moved to West Virginia with my husband, I knew his mom. I had met her. I had been around her. But I really hadn't done anything with her. I thought she was going to be like most old women were. Boy, did she fool me. I don't know, some of you older women that's from the South may know, they used to have a green called baby's tongue, Shawnee, and tanglegut. Well, she had fixed it, and I loved it. They take the green, you get it in the mountains, and they take and you fry bacon, kind of like what you do with wilted fresh lettuce that you get from the garden, summer lettuce. But this is called baby's tongue, and they would take and put their bacon in and then use the bacon grease. Very unhealthy, I know, but I loved it, and I liked it better cold than hot. But anyway, get your greens, a big bowl of them, and you put a few little tiny onions, cut up your onions and everything, and and it is hot out here today, ladies. Oh, and welcome to my porch, all you new people, all the new women and gentlemen that's come to my porch. Welcome. Enjoy your stay, and I hope you have a good time and enjoy the story. Anyway, so she would take those greens, which was called baby's tongue. I believe it was called baby's tongue. There was 3 different kinds of greens, but the one I liked, I believe, was called baby's tongue. Anyway, you would pour that, take your bacon, crumble it up in it, and then you would take buttermilk and pour over that. Oh, it's making my mouth water. And then you would pour your hot grease over that buttermilk and bacon and those greens, and it'd wilt them, and oh, it was so good. And you salted a little, and it was just so good with pinto beans and fried potatoes and cornbread and all that. She's the one that taught me how to cook. I never learned to cook from my mother. My mother wasn't that good at cook. I did learn to make a few things from my grandmother because she was a fabulous cook. So anyway, it was in the spring of the year. That's the only time you can get them. And I had eaten her baby's tongue before, fixed like that. And I said, let's go find some greens. So she said, well, we'll get Ranny, which is my husband, to go with us, and he'll help find them. And I wanted to learn how to spot them. Never did learn. But we went up in the mountains. Well, before we went, I told her, I said, now listen, I joked with her all the time, and I called her old woman. I say, now, old woman, listen, I'm not going to pull you around the side of that mountain. And she laughed at me. She said, I'm not pulling you around the side either. I said, don't you worry. You ain't going to have to pull me around the side of the mountain, because you've seen these mountains. And she lived just right up the road. That's where we lived, too, right beside of her. And we went up the mountainside just on that side of the road. So it's steep. And I thought, her being as old as she was, never in a million years is she going to get up that mountain. And I told her, I'm not pulling you around that mountain. Oh my gosh, we got up there and we started hunting the baby's tongue, and she found all kinds of it, and she had to pull me every step of the way. We laughed and laughed and laughed about that. And I used to go, me and her used to go in the mountains all the time together, and she'd have to help me. And I was thinking that she was old at that time. Well, she was probably not even the age I am now. I'm going to be 60 next month, and I don't think she was even in her 60s yet. She was only, me and my husband had been married 20 years, and I think she was only 68 when she died, if I'm not mistaken. And so, yeah, she wasn't very old when we met. But, you know, back years ago, women looked older than they actually were. I thought my mother, you know, must be an old woman because she wore her hair up in a bun, not a bun, but in a French twist, and had them curls, you know, like when she was real young. That's how she wore it. So I hope y'all enjoyed my story. I really love my mother-in-law, and I've been thinking about her the last few days. I miss her a lot, and I wish I could talk to her, because there's all kinds of questions I'd like to ask her, things I should have paid attention to and learned from her, but I didn't. She raised 12 children, and I love her, and I miss her very much. And I just wanted to tell you how good she was to me. She was better to me than my own mother. When I was sick, she would come take care of me, or she would have me at her house and put me to bed and take care of me. She was just the best mother-in-law in the world. If you had a good mother-in-law, tell me about her in the comments below. Don't forget, we're making friends here, so share me around. I want to travel. Don't forget to hit that friend button down below, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I love you guys. I'll see you sometime through the week. And I'll see you next Sunday for more stories on the porch. So don't forget, grab a friend and come on by. I love you guys. Bye.